Shares of Ocugen, a leading biopharmaceutical company traded on NASDAQ with ticker symbol OCGN, skyrocketed higher today by almost 68% and showing a massive 470% gain in the past months alone. The huge gain came after the company's partner, Bharat Biotech, has received emergency use authorization for its new vaccine developed called Covaxin. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the key news that led to the jump in the stock price for Ocugen, and also take a look at the financials and various financial metrics around Ocugen, its stock, and the valuation. So watch this video until the end and let me know what you think. On January 3rd, Drugs Control General of India, DCGI, gave licensing permission to Bharat Biotech to manufacture Covaxin. The approval document said the firm can vaccinate children above the age of 12 years during the clinical trial mode. However, the DCGI has also asked the Bharat Biotech to submit updated safety, efficacy, and immunogenicity data from the ongoing phase 1, 2, and 3 until the completion of the trials. Investors appear to believe that the big success for Bharat Biotechnology Covaxin in India could translate into a big win for Ocugen in the US. On December 22nd, Ocugen and Bharat Biotech announced a binding letter of intent to jointly develop Covaxin, an advanced stage whole virion inactivated vaccine candidate for the United States market. Per the letter of intent, Ocugen will have US rights to the vaccine candidate and, in collaboration with Bharat Biotech, will be responsible for clinical development, registration, and commercialization for the US market. The companies have begun collaborating and will finalize details of a definitive agreement in the next few weeks. This collaboration leverages Ocugen's vaccine expertise and its R&D and regulatory capabilities in the US. In preparation for the development of the Covaxin in the US, Ocugen has put together a vaccine scientific advisory board featuring leading academic and industry experts to evaluate the clinical and regulatory paths to approval in the US market. Ocugen is a biopharmaceutical company focused on discovering, developing, and commercializing transformative therapies to treat rare and underserved eye diseases. Nonetheless, their involvement to co-develop the Covaxin vaccine provides a unique opportunity for them to increase their revenue drastically. That said, not all the news is positive. There has been, in fact, some heavy wave of criticism against the early authorization of Covaxin in India, with experts raising concerns that there is not enough data to support the safety of vaccine, as the vaccine is yet to complete late-stage human clinical trials in India, and no efficacy rate has yet been made public. In response, Bharat Biotech Managing Director 𝗖𝐋𝐈𝐖𝐊 has refuted criticism surrounding his company's vaccine, saying that Covaxin is 200% safe. The next catalyst for Ocugen stock would be the announcement of the details of the plan for Ocugen and in terms of how they're going to proceed with obtaining the emergency use authorization for the Covaxin from the FDA in the US. All right, as promised, we're going to take a closer look at the financials of the Ocugen company and see where things are at. Do they have a healthy financial? What is the valuation of the stock, and other key details that would be beneficial to many investors. So looking at, as you can see here on the screen, at the income statement for Ocugen, December 2017, and that year in 2017, the company was showing a negative operating income of 7.8 million. And this continued to decline. The operating income for the year 2018 was negative 16 million, and in 2019 it was 14.2 million. For the trailing 12 months in the year, this year that we are in, for the trailing 12 months, the company's operating income is showing negative 13.7 million. The company definitely is a loss-making company at this time, and they are not actually making any profit. In fact, if you look at their net income, for the year 2019, it was showing $20.2 million loss, and the trailing 12 months has got better, but it still is negative, showing a trailing 12 months net loss of $5.6 million. Right? If you look at their company's balance sheet, the story is a little bit better. If you look at their current assets, you notice that the company's total current assets for the trailing 12 months and their last report is sitting at 19.8. In fact, if you look at the graph, they have been able to kind of drastically increase their total current asset. The majority of the total assets, current assets, in fact, is in cash. You notice is cash and cash equivalents. Now, if we will move on and compare the current asset to the current liabilities, the company's current liabilities is at around 4.1. You would see it according to the latest report. That's again good sign, because there's a huge difference between their current assets and current liabilities, with current asset being much larger. That's always a positive sign for us to know, and it gives us the reassurance that the company has enough liquidity to meet its short-term obligation. Next thing I want to take a look at is the total assets. The company's total assets is $20.5 million, and the total liabilities is much lower. It's only at $6.1 million. So again, that's a positive sign for us to notice here. All right, let us take a closer look at the number of outstanding shares that the company has in the stock market. You notice here on the screen how the company has kind of released more and more common shares in the stock market, and it's growing. You'd see here for the year 2017, they had 10.3 million shares outstanding, 10.3 million, same for the year 2018. 2019, they had 52.6 million shares, and according to the last report, they have now 162 million shares. As the company issues more shares, the value that the shareholder is actually getting for each share that they are holding becomes lower and lower. So as a shareholder, you don't want to see the company constantly issuing more shares. We're going to take a close look at some of the valuation metrics as well. You would realize that the enterprise value to sales, which obviously ideally you want to see a smaller number. What is the total enterprise value of the company versus the amount of their sales? For Ocugen, it is currently at a massive number. It's actually close to 7,000. Whereas for sector median, the number is hovering around 7.25. So huge difference here. So definitely the company is a lot more pricier in that sense. Similar story when you look at the price to book value. So you notice that the last closing price of the stock, if you divide it by the book value per share for the company, and you would ideally want to see a smaller number here, for the company is at 20, close to 21. Whereas for the sector median, it is only at 4.4. Huge difference, suggesting again that the company and its stock at this time seems to be being traded at a very heavy premium. Similar story for price to sales. As you notice, it is at 27,000, whereas for the sector median is only at 7. So 27,000 versus 7, huge difference there. Those are some of the key metrics that I wanted to bring to your attention when it comes to valuation of the company. Suffice to say that the company is really being traded at a premium at this stage, and the investors should be really cautious about it. I know when the stock price continues to go up, a lot of investors get excited, and if they have not bought the shares, they want to jump into the pool and kind of take a share of the company. Keep that in mind though. What is the valuation of the company? So while the stock may continue to go up, it is also important for us to know that at this time, the stock price is quite overpriced. With that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this video provided you some good information around what are some of the key news around the company that has led to the jump in the stock price, and more importantly, allowed you to take a closer look at some of the financial metrics of Ocugen. What is the valuation? What are different financial metrics that allows us to understand and assess this company better? Do you own shares of Ocugen at your portfolio right now? Or do you plan perhaps to buy or sell your stocks of Ocugen? I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comment section down below. I will be sure to read through each and every comment and respond to them accordingly. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from the video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Moementum channel. Here on Moementum, we post weekly various videos about the stock market investing, stock analysis, finances, and financial freedom. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.